Your ambition is a biological error your brain is designed to correct. That feeling of resistance when you try something new, that pull back toward the familiar, is a feature of your hardware. A deeply ancient energy-saving protocol is running in your head right now to keep you exactly where you are. And yet, every significant human achievement was born from overriding that exact protocol. Where do you stand? By the end of this, you might see your own limitations in a completely different light. The argument for why you feel stuck begins with a simple, brutal truth. Your brain is expensive. Weighing just 2% of your body mass, it devours 20% of your daily calories. It is the most energy-hungry organ you own. Because of this, its prime directive, beneath all your hopes and dreams, it is obsessed with conserving energy. And the most effective way to conserve energy is to make the world predictable. Your brain achieves this through a process called predictive coding. It builds a model of reality based on your past experiences, and then it spends its days trying to confirm that model. When your reality matches the prediction, your brain hums along on minimal power. This is what you feel as comfort, ease, flow. You've driven home from work and have no memory of the journey. Your brain's prediction, turn here, stop here, lane change here, ran on autopilot. That's peak efficiency. But what happens when you introduce something new? A new route home, a conversation with a stranger, a difficult project outside your expertise. Your brain registers this as a prediction error. The model is broken. Suddenly, alarms go off. Attentional systems flare up, consuming a massive amount of glucose. Your brain has to burn precious energy to update its model of the world. This experience of prediction error is what you feel as discomfort, anxiety, awkwardness. That slight feeling of panic, your brain interprets this novelty as a potential threat, and it learns a simple lesson. Avoid that situation. It costs too much. It's risky. Stick to what we know. This creates a powerful feedback loop. You do something familiar, your brain rewards you with a low-energy state of comfort. You try something new, your brain penalizes you with the high-energy cost of anxiety, so you retreat to the familiar. The brain's model of you becomes more rigid. The comfort zone shrinks. The behaviors that feel safe and easy are the ones you repeat. The ones you repeat become your habits. Your habits, over time, harden into your identity. The person who isn't a risk taker. The person who hates public speaking. The person who is just not a morning person. Each of these identities began as a simple energy-saving choice made by your brain to avoid the metabolic cost of a prediction error. The average life, the predictable life, is the most energy-efficient life imaginable. From your brain's perspective, it's the perfect survival strategy. It's a cage built from your own neurons, designed to keep you safe and consistent. A cage whose walls get stronger every time you choose the familiar path. This paints a bleak picture, a biological machine programmed for mediocrity, a cage built to keep you from the very growth you desire. And yet, this cage serves a purpose so vital that without it, your mind would shatter into a million pieces. Let's look at the other side of the coin. That cage isn't a prison, it's a life raft. Your nervous system is constantly balancing two opposing forces, the sympathetic system and the parasympathetic system. The sympathetic system is your gas pedal. It's for threat, for challenge, for growth. It floods you with cortisol and adrenaline, sharpens your focus, and prepares your body for intense effort. This is the state you're in when you're pushing your limits, learning a new skill, or navigating a crisis. It's metabolically expensive and physically taxing. You cannot live there. The parasympathetic system is your brake pedal. It's for rest and digest. This is the state of calm, recovery, and consolidation. It's where your body repairs itself. It's where your brain takes the chaotic experiences of the day and integrates them into its long-term memory. This state is what you feel as your comfort zone. Constant growth, the mantra of hustle culture, means living with the gas pedal floored. It means chronic sympathetic activation. The long-term result of this is allostatic load. That's the scientific term for the cumulative wear and tear on your body from chronic stress. It leads to inflammation, a weakened immune system, cardiovascular disease, and burnout. The brain, in its wisdom, creates the comfort zone as a necessary sanctuary. It forces you back to the parasympathetic state to recover. A weightlifter understands this intuitively. Muscles grow when they are stressed and torn apart in the gym, but the actual increase in strength and size happens during rest, when the body is repairing those torn fibers. Without rest, there is no growth. There is only injury. Your comfort zone is that period of rest. It's the secure foundation from which all exploration becomes possible. A child with a secure attachment to a caregiver feels safe enough to explore the world, always knowing they can return to that safe base. Your comfort zone is that safe base for your adult mind. Without it, any attempt at growth is chaotic, fragile, and ultimately self-destructive. That sounds like a perfect defense of the status quo. Rest is essential. Recovery is critical. But there's a razor's edge between a safe harbor and a prison you never leave. What happens when recovery becomes permanent hibernation? The truth is more complicated than either side admits. The debate isn't about whether comfort zones are good or bad. The real question is about the boundary. And that boundary is not a wall. It is a membrane. And you can move it. The key lies in understanding the difference between the comfort zone, the stretch zone, and the panic zone. The comfort zone is where you operate on autopilot. Performance is steady, but there is zero growth. The panic zone is where the prediction error is so massive, so overwhelming, that your brain is flooded with stress hormones. You're too anxious to learn. You just want to escape. Performance plummets. This is what happens when you try to make a leap that's too big, going from never speaking in meetings to giving a TED Talk. Your system shorts out. The magic happens in the middle, in the stretch zone. This is the zone of desirable difficulty. Here, the task is just beyond your current level of competence. The prediction error is present, but it's manageable. It creates a state of heightened focus and engagement. Your brain is challenged, but not overwhelmed. It's burning more energy, but it's successfully updating its model. This is where all skill acquisition happens. You learn a language by trying to form a sentence that's just a little harder than the ones you already know. You get stronger by lifting a weight that's just a little heavier than last week. This is the sweet spot. Think of your brain's homeostatic system as a thermostat. It's set to a specific temperature, your current comfort level. If you try to force a massive change, blasting the air conditioning, the furnace of your anxiety will kick on with full force to counteract it. You'll feel intense resistance and you will retreat. Willpower is the brute force attempt to fight the thermostat. It almost always fails in the long run. The biological drive for stability is stronger. But you can recalibrate the thermostat. You do this with small, consistent, manageable steps into the stretch zone. Every time you successfully navigate a small prediction error, you send a signal to your brain: this new thing is safe. This new level of performance is manageable. You aren't breaking the system, you are teaching it. You are slowly, deliberately lowering the set point on the thermostat. The thing that used to feel like the stretch zone now feels like the comfort zone. The boundary has moved. This is why small, consistent actions are infinitely more powerful than rare, heroic leaps. Each tiny action is a vote for a new identity. Meditating for 1 minute doesn't make you a monk, but it casts a vote for "I am the kind of person who meditates." Writing one sentence casts a vote for "I am a writer." Going to the gym, even for 5 minutes, casts a vote for "I am a person who exercises." Your brain's predictive model is built on the tally of these votes. When the votes for the new identity start to outnumber the votes for the old one, the model shifts. The resistance fades. The new behavior becomes the energy-efficient default. Your ambition is no longer a biological error to be corrected. It's the new accepted baseline. You have successfully renegotiated the terms of your own cage. So the core tension is clear. Your brain is wired for short-term efficiency. It wants to save energy right now. Your long-term goals for growth and change are, by definition, energy-intensive. They require you to willingly step into prediction error, to spend glucose on uncertainty, to embrace the very discomfort your hardware is designed to avoid. You are in a constant negotiation with an ancient survival mechanism that is operating on a much shorter timescale than your conscious mind. It's a system designed for stability in a world that now demands adaptation. And that system is powerful. It's a cage of perfect efficiency. It keeps you safe, it keeps you sane, it keeps you predictable. The door was never locked, but opening it means telling your own ancient survival hardware that you know better, that the risk is worth the energy. So where do you draw the line? How much of your daily life is a conscious choice, And how much is just your brain running its most efficient, pre-approved program? What are you willing to pay, in the currency of discomfort and energy, to find out what's on the other side of the wall?